An A's fan was yelling at some of the Angels players as they came off. You see Anthony Rendon eventually taking exception to this, confronting the fan, actually at one point grabbing hold of the fan. And you can kind of get a better angle from this perspective than from the view that was passed around social media. Let's do a couple of points here that I'll make. I'll defer to your expertise, though, in just a second. We don't know exactly what was said, what completely sparked it. I also need to say this, fans need to know where to draw the line. Just because you buy a ticket, you don't get to do anything and everything or say everything that you want. But also Anthony Rendon has to know better that he cannot grab a fan or reach up into anybody in the stands. Now, if they grab him first, if he's defending himself, that's fine. But clearly that's not what happened right there. You saw that Rendon today had no comment, and that's because this is now a police matter. There's an investigation going on with this. Who knows how it'll all shake out. But Stu, I know you in your years through the league, you've had incidents, you've had things that have happened, things that have been said to you. What's your perspective on this?
Well, my first take on this is you're right. We don't know exactly what took place in this matter. But if a person, as an example, if a person just in passing on the street calls you out of your name or says something to you that doesn't sit well with you, I don't know about you, but my immediate reaction would be to grab them, or for that matter, probably slap them or whatever the case. If you call me out of my name,
just words enough though would be enough.
Bro,
if it's the right words,
if it's the right word,
okay,
there you go.
Fair enough. Or the wrong word. Excuse me. Yeah.
Let's put it like this. Any form of disrespect would cause a reaction from me.
Okay.
And so that's what would happen in a normal situation in the street.
Right.
So now we're at the ballpark.
Fair enough. This is a different environment.
Yeah,
I see what you're doing.
So
here.
now we're at the ballpark.
Yep.
And let's look at it like this. And I'll give you another example. You have your worst day at work.
Right.
Everybody knows you're having a bad day at work.
Angels just lost like they did. Yeah.
And you leave work and you walk outside of that office and somebody says something that's disrespectful and it sparks you. Once again, the level of what took place at work, it now escalates.
Right.
And somebody who is watching you do your job throws something at you. Boom, once again.
Right.
So I think the fans they make the game experience what it is. Coming to the ballpark, having people rooting for you or booing you for that matter. I enjoyed when I went to Boston and the fans booed me. It inspired me to...
The right heckling is okay.
It inspired me to take them out of the game.
Yeah.
But from my standpoint, you as a fan, as a human being, you don't have the right to ever disrespect another human being.
Right.
From the player standpoint, and I can be accused of this, I did it in Texas. I went after a fan. From a player standpoint, you have to maintain composure under all circumstances. You should not put your hands on a fan. You should not approach a fan in that matter. You shouldn't. And it's a difficult thing because we're human. Yeah. And the human factor is always going to take place no matter what. We can't get us outside of who we are, what we are as human beings. You're going to have a bad moment. 162 games are played. Right. 81 of them on the road.
A lot of failure. Yeah.
A lot of failure, but a lot of heckling for a lot of years. When you look at a player of Rendon's stature, the player he is, the amount of money that he makes.
Highest paid player on the Angels right now.
Those are all things that, when people talk about players, the first thing that comes up is he makes this amount of money. And when he makes that kind of money, he should do this. Or there is no amount of money that will ever allow you to be disrespected by anybody.
Well, he's putting that salary at a risk. He's liable once he goes up into the stands. I'll also say this from the fan perspective. Just like renting a car or getting a hotel room, just because you paid for it doesn't mean you get to trash it or do whatever you want. There are rules to even attending a game in kind of like a fan code of conduct, so to speak. So I think we're wrapping it up here. we don't think anybody's 100% right here.
Well, two wrongs don't make a right.
Let's hope we get to move on from this, right?
Two wrongs don't make a right, that's for sure. But I definitely understand the player side because I've been through it.
Yeah.
I've experienced it. I've had probably whatever was said to him, believe me, I've had worse said.
Yeah.
You can believe that. And like I said, in 16 years of playing, I lost my temper one time.
Yeah.
And this may be the only time that Rendon has lost his temper, but whatever it was that triggered it, there's still no reason to be disrespectful on both sides of the scale.
Totally agree. By the way, the other frustration, he's played 158 games across his last 4 years under contract with the Angels.